I came in hot.
You came in. No, that wasn't it totally, but that was part of it. Hello and welcome to another episode of Streaming Without a Paddle. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ted.
There we go. All right, welcome to the show. This week, Ted and I took on The Pickup. It's a Prime Video original starring Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson, Keke Palmer, Eva Longoria,
Marshawn Lynch.
I'm stars.
I mean, the main. You just said the main one.
The four main players there, right?
Although Marshawn Lynch and Andrew Dice Clay are great in their cameos.
All right, well, let's just jump into the acting here because I was going to say that I was going to bring up Marshawn Lynch in this. Now, is he still active in the NFL?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
He's been retired for like 6 or 7 years.
Really? Okay. Well, I think he's got a new career.
He's funny.
His timing was great. He sold everything that he was doing. I was picking up, as the kids say, picking up what he was putting down.
Yep.
I believed he was a badass garage owner that dabbled in the nefarious strip and sell kind of business in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Pulled it off right. Good job, Marshawn. And you took that bullet like a man.
Yep.
Right there in that old knee. Your days are over now.
Done.
So, those squibs that they put there, it could have been a leg double, right? Because it wasn't a wide shot. It was pretty tight in on the...
It was probably a stunt man.
I'm thinking because those squibs can hurt you.
Yeah,
and
that's
his legs are
man.
money. His legs are money.
Let's
be honest. I mean, you never know. And Andrew Dice Clay. Oh,
he's a really good actor, actually. Everything I see him in, I'm like, the Dice Man can bring it.
Mr. Ford Fairlane.
Except that one. That's the one he couldn't bring it in.
See, I thought that was the only one he could bring it in.
Oh, he's in A Star Is Born.
With Bradley Cooper?
He plays her dad.
Okay, well, it was not memorable for me.
Oh, he was great.
This role was memorable, and yes, he did do a good job. I mean, good job, Dice. The Dice Man cometh.
Oh, that was it.
That was it, wasn't it? The Dice Man cometh.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about or bring up what certain people can do to chrome on a trailer hitch.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Dice, if you're listening, I'm well-versed in your material. Oh,
he was great in the show he had, Dice. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Blue Jasmine, he was in that.
Dude,
he's had a pretty good... The weirder thing is when you find out that that's not him at all.
As a person.
Dice Clay is not... Yes, that's not him.
Oh, okay. So, anyway, all right. So, Eva Longoria is in this as well. And as Ted mentioned, and we're just going to jump in here, Eddie did Eddie. I mean, you've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times. I mean, there's nothing different, to what Eddie brought to this game. I think, honestly, Bowfinger is probably one of the best acting jobs he's ever done. Because he was playing somebody other than who he really is, right?
I mean, he's great in Coming to America. I mean, he's pretty great.
Well, I'm not going to say great. I'm not. I mean, he's good at his craft, but it's just the same thing over and over and over. I mean, he plays everything the same.
Yeah, but don't you think that maybe you think that because he's been in 70 movies?
Okay, well,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you think besides Bowfinger, he could switch it up a little.
Sam Elliott's pretty good, but it's always kind of Sam Elliott. I mean, that's like 97% of actors.
Fair, yeah.
Literally 97% of actors.
Fair.
If you give me the option to go out there and talk like Ted and be Ted and do my Tedisms, then I'm going to do it. Now, usually I get hired to play more pieces of garbage redneck people.
Right. Characters.
So I never do that. But I mean, like...
Ted Welch, character actor.
Every now and then, like, if you let me fly, let me fly.
Spanish voiceover.
Yeah. I love Eddie Murphy. I'm sorry, he did that Rudy Ray Morris. My Name is Dolomite movie. He was great. We reviewed that.
Yeah,
and you said he was great in that.
Yeah, he was good again, and I just that one slipped my mind. He was different. And you know what? And to be fair, since we're doing this, what was the movie that he did with Richard Pryor?
Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights. You know, just to be fair there.
Yeah, and to be fair, let's just...
All right, let me rephrase what I wanted to say. He did nothing extraordinary from an acting standpoint in this movie.
He did the same thing in this movie that he did in the Jonah Hill movie we watched 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Like a grumpy dude that's older and he's dealing with younger dude. And that's the whole relationship is like, oh, you're a young guy?
Yeah, and he does that little...
Yeah. But I mean, it works. Trading Places. Beverly, you can't. He's one of the biggest movie stars of the last 50 years.
He's very good. I'm not going to call him great. I'm not putting him up against Denzel. I'm not putting him up against Bradley Cooper, as we just said.
Okay, now I agree with Denzel's one of the greatest actors ever, but Denzel does the same thing. He's just real good.
Yes, I said, yeah, he's pretty much cast as the same tough guy, but from a character standpoint, I think there's a level of, while Denzel plays typically the same type of character, there are different degrees or levels of that character that he brings forth. And so anyway, all right, we digress there. Keke Palmer, she did, she did all right. I mean, nothing.
She wasn't asked to do a lot.
It was there. I mean, again, and why can we expect anything out of the ordinary from an acting standpoint in this movie because of the nature of the movie itself?
Right. Now, like, what are we talking about here on the acting? Like, they all did good. All of them did good.
For what they had
to
work with.
Okay, so here's my thing about this, and I think we're going to maybe disagree on this movie.
Okay.
This movie is just pure entertainment. It's nothing great. It's nothing... there's a million 80s and 90s movies we've both watched 10 times a piece that are this movie.
Yeah.
This is...
And Eddie's done half a dozen of them.
Right. This is Ride Along. This is Cop Out. This is Trading Places.
Yeah, another 48 hours.
Another 48 hours.
Beverly Hills Cop 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but it's like, if you like them, which I enjoy a good movie like that, then you'll like it.
Here's the difference with this compared to everything that was just mentioned. This one lacked comedy. Funniest line in this movie to me was, "I'd rather have a flip phone than an Android."
I said it this morning to my wife. I go, best line in the whole movie is when Pete Davidson starts going, "You got an Android?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you got an Android phone for a burner? She goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "I'd rather have a flip phone."
Yeah, I mean, that's the best line in the movie. And that should something here. And I can, I'd rather have a flip phone than an Android.
I mean, I would.
I mean, there we go.
I'm not kidding. I would rather have a flip phone.
That's the funniest line in the movie, though.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's like not super funny. You know what I mean? But I didn't like, I looked at the scores, and we're not going to go there yet, but I was like, yeah, that's pretty dead on. You know what I mean? I was like...
Well, I had a meeting this morning, and they know that we do this show, and they listen to the show, so shout out to, and I won't say their name, but they asked me, they said, hey, what's you recording? What you doing next? And I said, well, Ted's coming over. We recorded today. We're going to be doing a review of The Pickup. And they said, The Pickup? And I went, yeah, it's Netflix, the new Eddie Murphy movie. By the way, this is Netflix, 1 hour. Amazon. I'm sorry, I said that. Amazon, right. But it's an hour and 34 minutes. Seemed like 2 hours, to be honest. But anyway, I told them we're doing The Pickup. Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson, just dropped. And they said, oh, yeah, I watched that this weekend. It's like, okay, that's literally 48 hours and you don't remember watching it. He goes, well, that's what I thought about it. I don't even remember it. The fact that I watched it. I went, okay. So
I think that they're so scared to offend anybody, which I'm like, hey, let's stop. We don't be creative in your comedy. You can say things that are funny without offending other sects of people, but I feel like they like are really trying, Hollywood, I mean, to make like a broad comedy that people can all watch and not, and this is it. I mean, you're not offended by anything, nothing's whatever, but also at the same time, like Naked Gun, I'm pretty sure, I don't like that comedy, but like, I'm pretty sure it offends everybody. I feel like it equally makes fun of everything.
Yeah, I just looked at this as a money picture.
Maybe.
That's it. I mean, I looked at it, Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson, Amazon, unsubstantiated budget of this movie blew me away. Unsubstantiated, if it's true, $120 million.
No way.
I'm just saying that's what's floating out there, and I don't think it cost $120 million to make this movie, unless you figure in the $20 million they paid Eddie, and the 10 to 15 that they
paid Pete and Kiki.
So
she's definitely up there. She's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, she probably made a couple of million, and Eva Longoria, she probably made $1 million or whatever. It's streaming money. I mean, it was so funny. I can't help but remember when we started this podcast, Ben Affleck was like, this is streaming services are, he was against the movies, originals and streaming services and all that. Now I'm pretty sure he's all in on them because it's stupid money.
He also signed a deal to do 3 with him and Matt Damon because they're their company.
Again, stupid money to do these things. I mean, they've got it. What would we just read that, or talked about the fact that Netflix had budgeted, I think it was $21 billion for their 2025, 2026 production budget, and still had left over.
Can I ask you a question as a person that works in production?
Please.
I don't understand something. They said that there's been a 40% cut in production of what they're about to do. There's been a 40% cut, I read. I don't know anyone at all working in LA. I don't know anyone. So I don't understand. You're telling me these big, huge numbers, which I believe, but like, I don't understand what's happening. Like, I just read an article where that show Tracker, it's like a CBS show.
Yeah.
They cut the main cast down 4 actors. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, where's this money going? And I guess it's all just big, huge, massive superhero movies.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just right here. 31 billion, not 21 billion production budget.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what are they making for that? Because I don't know anyone working. And I mean like people with names that I'm friends with are auditioning. They used to not have to audition. They used to just get offered stuff.
Yeah, well, first of all, I don't know who they're talking about. Are they talking about the studios that are cutting back, the networks, or are they talking about inclusively streaming services? Because
no, not stream. I think the networks have
no, we saw this coming.
Yeah, the networks have been absorbed at this point. They don't matter at all. Hulu and Disney Plus are just Disney Plus starting January 1st.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Will that save me on my bill?
Yeah, no. It'll up the bill.
Are they going to combine them?
I mean, it's something. I guess ESPN will combine too because that's the bundle. They might as well just be one app.
It'll be interesting to see. But anyway, I think that and it's pretty fresh. Is Stephen Colbert?
Mm-hmm.
Getting canceled, losing $20 million or whatever it was, or $40 million a year, and which from a production side of it, yeah, he probably does lose a lot of money, and that could be the right number. But what they don't take into account is that Colbert offers advertisers or the network advertiser ancillary reach. So if they're coming into, let's just say, CBS, what was the show you were just talking about? The Tracker. They go to somebody at Tracker, let's say Coca-Cola, and say, hey, Coke, you advertise on the Tracker here for $1,000, right? That's just a number. For $200 more, I'm going to put you the same spot on Colbert. Or, it's an ancillary. They package. It's like your insurance. When you go and you buy insurance, if you just get auto, you're going to pay a premium auto. But you know what? If you bundle it, you put your house on it, and you got a motorcycle or a car or a boat, whatever. If you start life insurance, you start bundling it, you start getting, 10, 15% discounts on each of those packaged or items. So, and networks do the same thing, is they go in and they get an advertiser on the hook, and now they're like, okay, well, let's talk to you about doing this. If you want, I can put you in all these programs for this amount, which is just really 1.5 times what you did it. So anyway, they forget the ancillary of that because it makes then those other shows attractive to advertisers because they're getting a discount on being in another spot. But they're also forgetting about the merch sales that go down associated with, the Late Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Right? They get a cut of all that. And the merch sales could annually bring in $20-30 million.
I'm just trying to figure out, and I can't figure it out, the quality of movies are going down for the most part. I don't think that there's 10 movies worthy of an Oscar that I've even seen a trailer for this year.
Yeah.
I mean, there just aren't. There aren't. There's either... They're going to have to concede somehow and be like, okay, well, these horror movies that are very good, like that new movie Weapons or Sinners or whatever, are Oscar-nominated movies. They're going to have to do that because right now, and I posted a guy saying all this, which I agree with him.
Uh-huh.
Right now, we're just saying these big companies, these big studios, whatever, are like, we have money to make Marvel, DC, one big mavericky action movie, and that's what we're going to do. And all the other movies can have like a $1 million, $2 million budget and go make that and put straight to Netflix. And it's dropping the quality.
Yeah. I'm not arguing or disagreeing with you on that. I mean, I long said when back in the early 2000s that when streaming came along, this is the death of the network. The only thing that was going to help networks was, and cable companies too, you look at DirecTV, anybody, is that you have to offer your services up a la carte to people. If I want NBC, I should be able to go pay for just NBC if I want that, right? Mm-hmm. And that's a bad example because that's over the air. That's a different business model. TLC, Bravo, A&E, whatever.
Yeah, they're all on the same thing now.
Right. It's just, instead of going and buy a big package from DirecTV or whoever.
Buy 20 channels.
Or Hulu or Hulu or Sling, which are included in their bundle. Everything's just got to be a la carte. I mean, you pick what you want and don't pay for what you need, or pay what you need and don't pay for what you don't. Anyway, all right, let's get back to this.
I mean, we're talking about something way more interesting than this movie, if we're being honest.
Sorry, it's the truth. So let's just, I mean,
we didn't even tell what it was about.
We did. You want to do this or you?
Yeah. Let's see. Where's the little thing? You can. Let's see. Overview. I want to make sure I get it. Right. A routine cash pickup takes a wild turn when two mismatched armored truck drivers get ambushed by ruthless criminals. As chaos unfolds around them, the unlikely duo must navigate high-risk danger, clashing personalities, and one very bad day that keeps getting worse.
Now, for the sake of copyright, who was that from?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. All right. Thank you, Wikipedia, for providing that. I'll give you credit where credit is due. All right. So Eddie Murphy plays this retiring or trying to retire armored car driver, pickup guy. And Pete Davidson's new to the scene, and he's having to do that because he failed the exam to become a police officer. And they've been paired together in a run of sorts. Now, and just as I was say, Eddie Murphy's afraid to retire because he's afraid of starting over, so to speak.
Yeah.
Anyway, I will just bring that up, and so they just. This run happens to coincide on Eddie Murphy's 25th, or his character's 25th wedding anniversary, and unfortunately the run that they've been assigned is the longest run in the armored car division. So.
The funniest part is they're like, we're in New Jersey. And I'm like, you're not in New Jersey. I'll tell you that.
Right. Yeah, right.
There's not a desolate straight 70 miles on the New Jersey Turnpike.
No. Without service.
Without service.
I
mean, there's definitely desolate parts of New Jersey, but not for 70 miles.
Yeah. Well, let's just, anyway, that's what the movie's about. And it just, it turns into a robbery scenario, and if you want, watch it. I like daisical. Can hey, if you want to watch it, I'm like a drunk. If you want to watch this, just go watch it. All right, that's part of where we're going. Because I'm just going to jump into this script, because this script was horrible. It was not a good script. You've got Eddie Murphy, you've got Pete Davidson, and this is the best you can write. This was written by, penned by Matt Mitter. I hope I'm saying that. And Kevin Burrows. They're apparently, judging by their IMDb pages, they're apparently a writing duo, because they basically have worked on the same thing. The TV series Gentlemen Lobsters. They wrote The Croods, an animated thing, and then there was
the what?
Croods. So, anyway, they seem to be a writing pair, right? Nothing against that.
No, I don't know what any of these are.
Animal Friends, Standalone, The Package. I don't know what that is either. So, those are the writers of this. And I'm just going to say there was so much, we often refer, or at least I do, on this show as there's a certain level of movie magic that's sprinkled on a movie set. And that means they take a lot of liberties with tying the storyline together in ways and methods that really are nonsensical. And this movie was one of them. And it's not a spoiler to the movie and the overall plot of it, but there's a scene where a chase is going on, and two of the bad guys, which, by the way, is one of them is played by Roman Reigns, MMA fighter, and the other is
Roman Reigns, professional wrestler.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's like
I'm not familiar with
he's a
him.
WWE guy.
He's now that? Okay.
I think
it says MMA fighter.
I'm sure he's both.
Yeah, and then Ismael Cruz Cordova.
Okay.
I hope I got that, So these two guys are basically the muscle for Keke Palmer's character Zoe, who are trying to knock over or commandeer this armor truck driven by Russell and Travis, Eddie, and Pete. There's a wreck. There's a scene in there where there's this it's the go time, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's two cars involved. One driven by Roman Reigns and the other driven by, Ismael Cruz. But anyway, they would have been dead.
All of them.
Dead.
And
yet, they turned out unscathed.
This movie was like a 48-minute car chase.
I haven't seen this much car accident since the 1977 series Chips.
Ooh.
Ponch and John. And matter of fact, that series, 6 seasons, 139 episodes, that series actually spawned the phrase, it was a chip wreck. You go, it was like, that's how you refer to if you're describing a car accident. You're driving down the road. Oh my God, we saw this accident. There's cars on the side of the road, and they were all mangled up. It was a chips wreck. that defined.
There was a lot of it.
Yeah, that defined how bad it was. If that's like the worst of worst for a wreck, chip wreck.
I just have to say this. I don't understand how these two people have gotten a career. These two writers. And their next movie's with Kevin Hart. I'm like, what? Who read this script and goes, oh,
I know.
That's
my same thought. Who read this script and said, yes? First of all, why? Well, I do know why. Eddie,
well, yeah, I understand why they would want to do it. Oh, this is so exciting. Eddie Murphy is the coolest. But
no, I know why Eddie Murphy and Pete Davidson did it.
Yeah, for money, but I just don't understand. I'm shocked that these two writers have gotten something based off this script. They have 3 movies in development. That is shocking.
Anyway, the problem with this movie was the script, and we're all over the place on this review. I know it because it's just dumbfounding to me. I don't know where to go. Here it is. In a nutshell, the acting was okay for what they had to work with, and what they had to work with was not that good. They, cue the sound of the backing up 18-wheeler or box truck with the beeping sounds, because they unloaded a lot of movie magic on this because there's so many nonsensical scenes in here. And so, okay to the actors on it. I get it. It's what you had to do. And the directing, I don't know what, everything seemed to be a long shot. Everything seemed to be shot wide in this movie for some reason. Matter of fact, I was actually laughing at the Hero armor car vehicle, at the one they used on the soundstage there, because you could see that it was exaggerated in its actual size from what the normal vehicle was. I was laughing. I was like, okay, let's give that camera plenty of room. Let's just open it up, right? Let's get it.
If you're shooting mainly car scenes, then yeah, I guess why not? I wasn't bothered by the direction or the acting. To be honest, they were all serviceable. It's just it's a shitty script.
It was bad.
And it was it could have had some, sometimes they just can sit in a car and go back and forth. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. They didn't have any jokes. With 2 really funny people, they gave them no jokes.
And here's an example of it. There were a couple of cutaway scenes that were references to previous Eddie Murphy movies. Like one of them where Pete Davidson is fooling with the radio and Neutron Dance comes on. Wait, and there were a couple of those little kind of things that referenced previous Eddie Murphy movies. All right, Ted, let's just boil this down to our listeners and watchers on our YouTube channel.
That's right.
All right, you want to put a number on this?
5.
Yeah, I'm a 4.6.
Yeah, I'm just a straight 5 because this is the most middle of the road of all the middle of the roads.
I thought this movie made Happy Gilmore 2 actually more palatable.
Hey, you're wrong, by the way. You were wrong about Happy Gilmore.
No, I'm not.
You are. I went golfing this weekend and the weekend before, and every single guy out there would be like, hey, did you see Happy Gilmore 2? And I'd be like, yes, oh my God. It was so stupid, but it was fun.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes is holding at 63. And I think I gave this. Well, no, I gave this a really bad score.
You gave. I think
like
you
20 something, wasn't it?
That's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that at least made swings to make jokes. You know what I mean? Even if they didn't land, they made swings.
I'm not arguing with you on that. I'm a 4.6. Ted was a 5. I'm don't watch, don't waste your money, and that's just what it is. I mean, I didn't talk to Ted about this before, and I meant to at the beginning of the when you came in the studio here. We're at the midway point of Twisted Metal, so I just want to drop a little thing here. All right, you asked me about it the last episode, and I just kind of glazed over it. I'm enjoying the series, except for the fact that they've thrown in this new character who's got some sort of superpower.
Which one? Jax, the one with the things like this?
No, the guy who sucks the life out
of... Oh, that is weird.
Yeah, okay,
but right. He did it. I think he did it in the game, but I can't remember because it was 96.
I was like, oh, did you really? Did you really? And then...
I'm pretty sure that he was in... I know the guy with the wheels on his arms was in the game. Ajax, I remember that.
I had no problem with that because, it wasn't a superpower. I mean, you lost the realism of this whole thing and what could potentially be a post-apocalyptic world, right? Everything up until that point was viable. But I will say this, in episode 4, which is the last episode, I think, they took a PG-13 to a rated R or MA level.
I can't wait.
Did you watch it?
I've watched the first 3.
Oh, you haven't watched episode
4 when they actually get into the racing?
Oh, see, and I no.
Wait, is that the one where his sister and him? I might have seen it. The last one I saw was the sister and him, and they were trying to break into Steam City or whatever, and they did that whole thing.
Right, that's the last episode.
Okay, so then I did see that. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of S&M in there.
Lots.
Which it really kind of threw me.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the series hasn't followed that line yet. I mean, it was pretty PG-13 until you walked into an orgy.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that the post-apocalyptic... What?
Nothing.
What?
You didn't. I mean, that was a shocker to me.
Oh no!
The S&M. Well, you're.
I guess I wasn't. The Boys. They had that whole scene in The Boys that was.
Yeah, but that you expected raunch from The Boys. I didn't expect raunch. But go ahead. Tell me what you're saying.
I expect raunch in a post-apocalyptic movie.
Yeah. Nothing. No raunch in season 1. First 3 episodes, no raunch, and then boom, we got raunch.
Didn't they bang in season 1? Him and Quiet.
I don't know.
They did, I think. I don't remember, but I'm enjoying it so far. I was going to do a mini review.
Oh, do it. No, do it. Don't let me hold you back. Don't let me hold you back. All right. I'm a 4.6. Ted's a 5. Don't watch. Sorry. This was bad.
Wasn't good.
Not
the actors, not the director's faults. It's not their faults.
Right.
It's a poorly written, underwritten script.
And just because it's a thing of habit here, the pickup 5.4 on IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, critics 27, the people 41, and even the fine folks that chimed in over on the host of this Prime Video, they only gave it a 5.4. So it's bad. All right. Having said that, thanks for listening. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ted.